Hey Feather Fam, it's me Elle and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be giving you guys a long-awaited 2021 bird room tour. But first, before we get into the bird room tour, this video is sponsored by Squarespace. From websites to online stores, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence. Also guys, let's take a moment to appreciate my bird necklace. Alright, so everyone has been asking for a bird room tour for months now, and I have been waiting because Pearl just got a new cage and I wanted to show that in the bird room tour. If any of you guys are sort of curious about the origin of the bird room is an extra bedroom, but it started off as like a playroom when I was a little kid. It had a bunch of toys and stuff, and I didn't really use it much, but then when I was 9, I got Bluebell, and I needed a room that was safe from our cat at the time, so I decided to keep Bluebell in the playroom, and then as I got more birds, I just moved everything else out of the room except for bird stuff, and now it's just a bird room. So yeah, the bird room has basically existed for 7 years, and I love this bird room. It's my favorite room in the house, and let's get into the bird room tour. So the bird room has definitely changed quite a bit since the last bird room tour I did in 2019, and there is something big that you guys have not seen yet if you're not following my Instagram and TikTok, and now you guys will all get to see it. So this is the door right here. The birds always sit up there, especially Kermit. They always fly out through those tiny cracks. Kermit is a master of squeezing through cracks, and you'll always just find birds lined up there. This door is kind of broken in that it can't fully close. This is like the most closed it can get, so it's fine to have the birds up there because there's no way the door could close on them. The way I will close the door is with this outside lock. Alright, so when you open the bird room door, the first thing you'll see to your right is this tree stand. So this tree stand is made out of ribbon wood, and I got it off of eBay. I think I've had this tree stand for like 3 years now, I'm not really sure. And it's a really, really awesome tree stand because it has so many different branches, tons of levels for the birds to climb around on, and the wood is perfect for them to chew and strip the bark off. And there's so many hooks where I hung a lot of toys. All the birds really love it. They spend a lot of time on it, and as you can see, I think Kermit is competing with Ducky for the spot. There is a food bowl where I put some Rowdy Bush pellets in there, and I will show you guys some of the toys. This toy has been there for the longest, I think. It is a corn husk shredding toy, and the birds really love to just tug at these, shred them. This is a basket case toy, which is included in my Elle's Avian Essentials kit. This is a foraging toy. I put some millet in these holes, and the birds have to dig it out. Ducky is right now chewing on the bark. Below the basket case is this Atom swing, which has also been here for a long time. I think I got this at a bird store, and the budgies really love to hang out on this. And Kermit, he goes wild ringing this bell. He always just goes insane with it. And then on Kermit's cage, there's this bottle brush perch that leads to the swing, so they can climb right from this perch onto the swing. Kind of down lower on the tree is this toy. This used to have like a lot more stuff on it, but the budgies destroyed it. They absolutely love it. Over here is this one. It has beads and strings, and this is one of Ducky's favorites. She likes to hold the strings in her foot and just like chew on it. And then on this side, I recently just put this boing here. There used to be another swing, but the birds didn't really use it a lot. I know that my birds absolutely love boings, so I think they're definitely gonna use this more than they did the other. And there's just kind of this ball with poofs coming out of it. They never use this. Over here is a rope ladder that the birds can use if they want to climb from here to there and then reach their food dish. Back here is a foraging toy that Kermit really likes. It's a little pull-out drawer. There's also like a really small toy back here that they never use, so it's just there for aesthetics. Sometimes I just put toys on there to decorate it. And yeah, that is the tree stand. On the bottom of the tree stand, I use these like paper pellets, and then there's a toy that the birds knocked down. This was one of their favorites. They completely destroyed it, and I might get another one. Then right next to the tree stand is an air purifier. This is for filtering out the dust particles because birds are extremely messy. Now across from the tree stand, on the left of the bird room door, is Ducky's cage. being a naughty bird and going in Ducky's cage and drinking her water. You have your own water, sir. On the outside of Ducky's cage is this lollipop stick perch. It's called the Paper Party by Superbird Creations, and it is included in my Elle's Avian Essentials kit. The birds really like to sit on this kind of wooden block, and they've chewed the sides of it, and they just really like to hang out on the outside of Ducky's cage. So yeah, Ducky's cage, I would say, has not really changed that much other than switching out a few of the toys. I think the arrangement of the setup is kind of the same as it was. Below Ducky's cage, these flight cages always have a nice storage shelf, and I use this one to store the bird cage covers in a laundry basket down here. So right next to Ducky's cage, we have this play stand. This is a metal play stand by Preview Pet Products, and this is the oldest play area in the bird room. I really like this play stand because it's not very expensive, so a lot of people can get it even if they can't afford a large tree stand, and it has a lot of places to put stuff. Up here I have this big Java perch with many branches so all the birds can sit on it. And then I also put this bamboo perch up here. This bamboo perch, I got it at a bird store. I'd never seen these before anywhere, and I think it's really cool because it has these strings for the birds to tug on. I wrapped the entire top bar of the play stand with sisal rope, which is this material because it is pretty thin and slippery, and the birds always like to sit on top of here. They like to go to the highest point. And then I have this plastic chain with a bunch of charms for the birds to play with. Sometimes the budgies will like to play with these, especially Bluebell. Sometimes Pearl will talk to them. And I got this toy, which is a wicker ball and some rings, and then we've got these little wooden stars. And then over here is one of my favorite toys ever. This is a giant basket toy, and it's stuffed with crinkle paper. All these little holes are perfect for foraging. You can stuff millet, you can stuff sunflower seeds, safflower seeds, and the birds will have to dig them out. Over here we have this wooden bridge connecting the front of the play stand to the back. Over here we have a really cool toy with some sliding beads. Connecting these two main ladders, I have a small U-shaped rope perch that the birds use all the time. This is where I do some training sometimes. The birds are always on it. This is a platform seagrass swing. This is the budgie's favorite thing ever, and Kermit too. Violet loves it, they all love it. As you can see, they've also destroyed the sides of it. It is perfect as both a toy and a swing and a perch. And then on this side, I have this sliding drawer foraging toy. I stuffed some crinkle paper in there, some millet and safflower seeds at the bottom, and the birds will have to open these drawers in order to get to it. The bottom of the stand, they don't really tend to use too much. Sometimes I'll see the birds hanging out over here. There were food dishes, but I took them out because they are on the bottom, so they would get pooped on a lot. There are some toys back here. This one has some finger traps. I think it's by Bonka Bird Toys, and it's got this like wicker material and beads. And then we've also got these toys with wooden blocks. At the very bottom of the stand, I put a lot of different little balls for Kermit to throw around. He loves them. He usually throws them to the floor and shakes them around and just goes insane with them. So that right there is the metal play stand from Preview. I have it in my Amazon store. If any of you guys want to check it out, I highly recommend it. Now on the other side of the play stand, we've got Violet's cage. Violet's cage has not been here in the last bird room tour because I got Violet in 2020. Violet's favorite places in her cage are definitely this grapevine perch. She always spends a lot of time on it. And then also the bottle brush perch in the back. Now below Violet's cage is a storage shelf. This is a foraging box that I made a while ago out of a feathered fun box. And I'm just not using it right now because I have nowhere to put it. Some dowel perches that I don't use because they came with all of my cages and I have nothing to do with them other than use them to beat up bird haters. Sup haters? Fear me. If you give your birds bad care, you're getting the dowel perch treatment. All of you. I can also balance them on my head. Or not. How to properly use dowel perches 101. But anyway, other than that, there's just a box of toys underneath here and a stuffed budgie. All right, so next to Violet's cage, we have a window. And what's new here is that I decorated the window with these fake vines. I really, really like it. It adds a very nice touch to the bird room. And I also have the iconic toy that says bird, because it's obviously a bird room. Below our iconic setup is this table with a tabletop perch, which they don't really go on that much, but it's there, and a foraging tray. It's got lots of foot toys. It's got these oat sprays, which they absolutely love. It's got crinkle paper and some millet underneath. It's got so many different interesting things that they can search through. Now right next to that, we've got the iconic chair that all of you guys seem to really love and is in a lot of my videos. But it is super old and I would like to replace it at some point. And I might make an Instagram poll for you guys to vote whether I should keep the chair or not. Actually guys, I want you to vote in the comments about whether I should keep this chair or replace it. Just comment down below and I will still make an Instagram poll as well when I'm ready to consider throwing it out. In front of the chair, I just put this little table here. It's nice and convenient and there's a water bottle on it, so that's Pog. So that's pretty much the setup right there. Then right next to that is Pearl's new cage, which I just did a video about setting it up. And I'm, again, not going to go into detail about everything in it because you guys already know what's in this cage, but I will still give you guys a look inside. And Kermit is being a naughty bird and again, going into Pearl's cage to drink her water. What do you have to say? You have your own water, sir. And the other thing is that I did add this platform perch on the outside of Pearl's cage because I just got these in. These are included in my Elle's Avian Essentials kits, and these are very cool because they have bark that your bird can peel off, and they're just very aesthetic. Now below Pearl's cage, we've got another storage shelf with the Paco bird and another travel carrier, both of which I use to take my birds to the vet or take them outside. The Paco bird is basically a bird backpack. You wear it on your back and your bird rides in it. And this is what I used to fly home with Violet from California. Alright guys, so it is time for an ad break. You guys know my website, elleandthebirds.com. It is hosted by Squarespace, a powerful website and e-commerce design platform. I'm so grateful to Squarespace for sponsoring my videos and for hosting my website. Squarespace empowers people to create their online web presence and launch their business or passion project. This right here is my website homepage. One of the best Squarespace features is that you can integrate all of your social media. Right from my homepage, you can go to my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Amazon store, my Teespring store, and my Elle's Avian Essentials store. In my store, you will find my Elle's Avian Essentials kits with descriptions and photos. When you're ready to purchase a kit, simply place it in the shopping cart and follow the easy checkout process. Squarespace makes it extremely easy to set up an online store, with the checkout process taken care of by their powerful e-commerce capabilities. I'm so grateful to everyone who purchased my kits or visited my website so far. Soon, I am going to be setting up a new birdcage gallery on my website with photos of your setups using my kits. Squarespace makes it super easy to set up beautiful photo galleries. If you purchase one of my kits, you are going to get an email with the details of how to submit your cage photo. To build a beautiful website of your own, head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/elleandthebirds and use my discount code elleandthebirds to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Now next to Pearl's cage is another window with more fake vines. I am very happy with how these turned out. They add a very nice touch of nature into the bird room, and they're perfectly safe as they are fake. Real houseplants, you should never use them near your birds because they can be very toxic. Do not put houseplants in your bird room unless you know that the exact species of plant is safe for birds. I also forgot to add, this lovely painting and all the others in the bird room were painted by my grandma, who is an amazing artist. Now underneath that is the bird storage area. It is kind of a huge mess. There's a lot of stuff here, and this is where I store most of my unused bird supplies. This big bin right here is the toy bin. I keep all of the toys that are not currently being used in here. I switch out my birds' toys. I like to rotate them so the birds don't get bored of the same ones. So I keep the ones that are not currently being used in here. Now the next bin over is where I keep training stuff. This is millet spray, which is the treat that all my birds really like. We've got some basketball hoops, a ring toss. We've got a toy that for some reason is in the wrong bin. This one belongs over here. Now below that, we have some more toys and just random stuff. We've got some toy parts. These are the clips that I use to hang the toys on the cages. A lot of the toys come with faulty clips or clips I don't really like, so I like to use these plastic ones instead. Crinkle paper and these twine balls that my birds all really like to throw around and Ducky uses to play basketball with and to fetch with. Over here, random perches. We got a platform perch, some old wooden perches, rope perch, and a harness that I don't really use anymore because Kermit has his green one that matches his color better. Below that, we've got a bin of extra food bowls. I have a ton of them, just stainless steel ones, and then random tools like scissors and screwdrivers, a little ball that I should just let the birds play with on the floor. The next bin over is cleaning stuff. We've got a wire brush that I use to scrape the bars with, a dustpan and brush to sweep the floor with, and some sponges. Now below that, we've got some more very random stuff. We've got this bin with a swing and a ladder that Kermit broke, and then these bale pods from a toy that the birds destroyed. Now over here, we've got the bird garbage bag. It's just a regular paper bag that I replace every time I take the trash out. And then over here is where I keep my birds' food bags. Their main food is the Harrison's Adult Lifetime Fine for Kermit and Ducky and Super Fine for the budgies. We've got Sensible Seed, which is just used as a treat and for foraging and training. Then we've got some Rowdy Bush that I put in there. I just mix in for variety. And lastly, I decided to try this out. This is the Oven Fresh Bites from Kitech that I decided to get at a bird store, but they really haven't been eating it that much. But guys, that is not the entire bird storage area. We've also got these 3 stackable bins that I use to store bird stuff. This one is used for this huge bag of safflower seeds. Oh my God, it's spilling. These are Kermit's absolute favorite treat, and I use them for training and in his foraging toys. I also have some oat sprays, which the birds really, really love. Kermit is really wanting them right now. Now the bottom one has just a bag of random bird toys that I have not been using, and the top one has newspaper that I use to line the bottom of the bird cages, and some more toy parts like these wooden stars. And yeah, that is pretty much the bird storage area. Now above these storage bins, I recently put in a seagrass mat corner platform perch, which the birds have really been liking. They've been throwing off this crinkle paper off the side of it, and it's just a very nice perch that they can sit on, and they can also shred the seagrass. All right, so next to that, we've got Bluebell's cage, which I feel like Bluebell's cage has changed a little bit since the last bird room tour. Fun fact, Bluebell's cage is the oldest thing in the entire bird room. This is the OG bird cage, and Bluebell is the OG bird because Bluebell is my very first bird. And I will give you guys a better look inside Bluebell's cage. Now right above Bluebell's cage is the cargo net. The cargo net is one of the bird's absolute favorite spots. As you can see, Ducky and Kermit competing over it right now. The cargo net has got a boing on the side, which all of the birds really love to spend time on. We've got a foraging wall with a flower in the center and this little cup that you can stuff treats in. We've got this really cool toy with lots of fun stuff. This is sisal rope, so it's completely safe, unlike cotton rope. Another toy over there, some budgies, of course, a foraging toy. On this side, we've got a triple ring stacked swing, which Ducky really loves and Pearl also really likes to sit in. And just birds being cute. So now guys, it is time to reveal the thing that none of you guys have seen unless you're following my Instagram and TikTok. It is a very, very big new addition to the bird room that I am absolutely loving, the birds are absolutely loving, which is this huge Java wood tree stand. This tree stand is 6 feet tall. This is me in front of the tree stand. I am 5'6". It is absolutely huge. I think it might actually be more than 6 feet tall. I'm not sure, but either way, this thing is really, really big. Can you spot the bird? Can you see how tiny Kermit looks on this tree stand? The great thing about this tree stand is that even though it is so very big, the branches are nice and thin for my small bird's feet to grip onto. As you can see, Pearl is just chilling on that perch, and it's a normal budgie-sized perch. Ducky is just looking absolutely adorable right there. She's just a floof ball. I love Ducky so much. Oh my god, look at Ducky. The tree stand is made out of Java wood and it is carried by Preview Pet Products. I actually picked it up right from the Preview warehouse because they are located in Chicago, which was very convenient because it meant that I didn't have to pay for shipping. This thing would cost a ton to ship. So right over here, we've got a bird kebab that, as you can see, the birds have destroyed a little bit here. The budgies absolutely love it. They spend so much time destroying it. We've got a Boeing that all of the birds love. My birds love Boeings. Kermit is a very good bird. He's just exploring this tree stand. Yeah, good bird. We have a foraging toy, which is these little cups, and Kermit actually dug all the treats out. There is nothing left inside of it. There's some crinkle paper in that one. Yeah, there's nothing left in there. I have to refill it. Over here, we've got this giant paper toy, which I got from a bird store. The birds love this one. It also has a wicker bowl on top and some tissue paper. We have over here this sponge toy with some cuttlebone pieces and coconut pieces that is actually included in my Elle's Avian Essentials kits. This toy is from A&E. We've got 2 food dishes, one here and one in the back, both of which I put Harrison's pellets in here. We have a big ladder that I use to connect this food bowl to the main branches of the tree. We have a Planet Pleasures toy, this triangle swing with a little plastic ring, and I also just tied some strings for the birds to play with because Ducky especially really likes strings. And that right there is our huge new Java wood tree. It is also super aesthetically pleasing in my bird room. Behind the tree is just the radiator, and on this side of the radiator there is Poop Off Cleaner, which is just a bird safe cleaner that helps dissolve bird poop, a Poop Off spray bottle. We've got some probiotics and a nail clipper from when I trimmed the birds' nails. I also have Quick Stop to make sure that when I trim their nails that they don't bleed too much if they do start bleeding, which is rare. Then we have a bird. And on the other side, I have this really cool toy, which is kind of like a little thing that has sliding beads. I got this thing very, very cheap at a bird fair, and I really miss going to bird fairs because I have not been to one in very long because of COVID. All right, so down here we have another travel carrier. This one is made by King's Cages, and it is extremely sturdy because it's made of aluminum, so it's very safe and secure. Above this carrier is another hanging play area for the birds. It is held up by this red rope, and it consists of this Atom swing. We've got some toys here. This very, very cool net made of rings. The rings are kind of wrapped in a papery material. The birds really love to climb around on that and do their acrobatics, hang upside down from it. And then this swing over here, it does have a lot of frayed ropes, so this would not be safe to have in your bird's cage because they could get tangled in it or they could ingest some if they chew on it, but my birds actually don't really use this very much. Kermit especially really likes to climb in and out of these rings. Now next to that hanging play area, we've got a painting, and then we have Kermit's cage. Kermit's cage is a dome top cage, and I really like that it has this fold out door that can be used as sort of a platform for the birds to sit on. And Kermit really likes spending a lot of time up in the top of the dome, right on that rope perch. And I'll give you guys a better look. I've already showed you guys this, but on the side of the cage, we have this bottle brush perch, which the birds have chewed off a lot of the bark. And next to it, I have this foraging wheel. And next to Kermit's cage, we are back to the tree stand again, which means I have gone in a full circle all the way around my entire bird room. let me get more birds because this bird room could literally fit like 20. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for today's bird room tour. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to go check out all the links in the description. I will be linking a lot of the stuff in my bird room. Also guys, don't forget to check out my website, elleandthebirds.com, where you can find my Elle's Avian Essentials kits. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I will see you guys in my next video.